Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Little Norton. And today things have not gone as well as we would have hoped on here, to be honest. We're going to be doing a lot of work with our cows and our sheep today. We need to get the cows refreshed and doing better. But our problem is down here, down at field 47. The field we have just planted last time. I may have got a little bit ahead of myself, I think, because it's not gone well. We have an entire withered field of crop. And just to check that this is the wheat that I planted last time. Yep. So it shot up and died immediately. So completely withered. It needs lime. It needs lime, so we're going to have to, what we're going to have to do is get this cultivated in and then reseed it. Unfortunately, it's likely to affect our, let's do that. It's likely to affect our yield as well, because it means that this has had, this currently, previous was all seed, currently it's wheat. It'll be interesting to see what happens when we get this done. So let's bring up course play, because we get course play to do this. Course generation 47, all that work on here, and it failed. It just didn't work. Turn in the corners, generate me a course. That is an interesting course. That's because it's doing headland passes first. Right, and I actually want it to go longest edge. There we go. So far corner is going to be where it starts from. And yeah, all of this wasted wheat that we're going to have to replant on here. It's just, it's really annoying. It shows that in seasons you don't always want to plant as soon as your seeding window opens. I think this is an issue with the amount of water, believe it or not. I think this is a moisture content, and we'll get this started and I'll show you what I mean. Because we're at the we're still early mid autumn. I think we want to replant this late autumn. First waypoint, drive course, and away it goes. And so by this, what I mean is that if you look in here, you can see how all of the seeds and everything do. And you've got drought resistance here, where if you're where we are in the year, which is mid to late autumn, you've got no drought resistance to for young plants, but medium for this. So I think this failed to germinate because there's not a lot of water about at the moment. So there we go. We need water, and then we can replant this, which kind of means I'm hoping for a wet autumn. We're gonna get it. Yeah, we're going to get it. So, ideally, we want to take full advantage of that when it happens. But now, though, that's just an entire field going into the ground because we planted too early. Over in our GTA, and, we need to do a lot of feeding with our cows today. So they've got no water. We'll go and turn that on in a minute. They need cleaning out, but they need everything else as well. So they need hay, they need clover silage, and they need maize silage or grass silage. So I think we might have to get the katana out today and start doing some maize silage. We're good for pretty much everything else. But the maize silage is something that we don't have at the moment. So that's just turning the tap on there for the water. And we've got all this hay in here. We actually need to get this hay into the barn to get it better stored. We'll see how far this single bale goes, and then if we need more, what we can do is bring some more out. Get this filled up. Similarly, the clover silage we should be getting more. Maize silage actually. We'll get all of that at the moment from cleaning up. So it'll be a fair whack from that. I've got my door open again. Let's see if we can shut that. There we go. Yeah, it's because it's got animated doors on here. This is why we have to select the front loader itself to get the whole thing to work properly. Let's see. Oh wow, that actually gives them a very good amount of clover, good amount of hay. Now what we want to do is actually leave it and let them munch on what they've got already. Now we should have, yes, it's in the field over here. We've got a whole load of clover silage as well. So that's stored around this way. And yeah, I think we may have to get the Fendt Katana out today and start working on that maize silage. I was thinking of doing it next time. Well, actually, we may hold it over for next time and get this done this time. We really want the top one. We've got a bottom one. We do have clover silage here. Again, this bale should cover most of what our cows need at the moment. We are so close to the cows now, starting to make milk, and us making money off that. That will be really good, and work really well for us. Our sugar beet is ready as well, so we're actually at a point now where we can take our remaining crops, get them all harvested. Harvesting the sugar beet will be really good for our sheep as well, because they are a staple food for them. So there we go. Again, the clover bale takes it nearly to 4,000, or takes it to 4,000, which is nearly the full amount that the cows need. So the last thing we need is to get some maize silage in there, or some WCS. It's going to be in our instance. So let's drop this back down here, with the added bonus that this will clear our cows at the same time. Back it off. Pull it up. The other thing I need to see is I need to get that fertilizer into the shed and get that moved away, and we can set ourselves up for doing the silage. What? It's 9:54 in the morning. I'd rather skip the wet day, I think. So I'm a little bit all over the place. But let's see what we can do. Right, so we're all angled a bit funny. Down we go with that. Collected all that. And it's only 600 litres of maize, of WCS we're putting in here. But that will at least keep our cows clean and give them a nice, varied meal. Hopefully to build things up. Now, we've got a lot of grass in our feed at the moment. I don't think we're going to get through the whole of winter with the grass that we've got in the field. In fact, we're definitely not. So while it's there at the moment, we are going to need at least a trailer full of fresh maize in order to make sure that our cows make it through the winter properly with all 4 feedstuffs. One of the things I love about Maize Plus is the fact that in seasons, in winter, you don't get grass. But you can feed the 4 foodstuffs to your cows with the fresh maize, because you can store fresh maize, thankfully. Let's stop that there. And we are, actually I'll jump into this because we're going to head up to here for this tractor. So having a quick look at our sheep, there's not much that the sheep are after. They need a bit of water. They could do with some grass silage or clover silage. They've got a fair amount of hay. Otherwise, yeah, it's just cleaning them out. So let's do that, and we'll go and grab the bucket on the front of this first to do the clean out. Because the thing about this is that we will put a bale there, and the entire bale will just sit there. And we have a whole load of clover silage up here to feed them with, because that was the best one that we could. Those also have a massive amount now of hay. I can't help but feel like I'm missing some bales, but I'm not. I've just, it's stacked to an extra row forwards, which was what was throwing me. It's yeah, we got all the hay stacked back up here. Sheep not moving. Come on. Okay, I can squeeze past you too. Maybe that will get you to move and not stand on a crossway as well. So yeah, clean the sheep out first because their trough is full of grass. I have considered putting a small bunker up here, just somewhere for me to put this extra grass that comes out. I mean, it just rots away at the side there. There's nothing else I can do with it other than putting it into a small bunker or something like that. That would at least hold on to it. But yeah, doesn't do much else. Let's get back to the farm, and what we want to do now is grab a bale full of clover silage. Got plenty of root crops at the moment. No, they've got no sugar beets or carrots. So yeah, getting the sugar beets done soon will be good for the health of our sheep as well. Really do with some sort of set of shelving or something over here, just to get that so that that's all clean and tidy and sorted. Would be a really useful thing for us. And here's our pile of clover bales. Just like that. So yeah, at the end of the year we will look at what the possibilities for doing some different fields. Somebody said, when I last suggested that we put field grass in this field, in field 22, somebody said that it created stuff to feed horses, which is a bit of an odd thing for me. I really want to put field grass in and try harvesting, because we harvest very little with the combine. We only ever do 2 crops a year. And I really want to try harvesting some field grass on here. So maybe I should go and read the Maize Plus instructions and double check it. So how much does that leave us with in that bale? So 535. We will leave that clover bale there. That will then continue to feed the sheep. Good with the overflow, and that pretty much covers everything we need to do with our sheep today, I think. Which is a pretty good starter. I'm quite happy with that. We need to get... Yeah, we'll be fine. The corn isn't even ready yet, so I don't need to worry about harvesting that at the moment. What I was hoping to do today was do some fertilizing on the newly planted wheat. I thought we were gonna be in a good position. We were gonna get the newly planted wheat fertilized today, and instead, I'm looking at the fact that we've got a failed crop with it. So yeah, that's not good. Let's head back down to here, and here's our machine in question. We do not have a lot of canola in this. It wasn't. Hold up. That is very, very strange. Okay, so did I switch this to canola for next time? Let's go check. No, we had a small field of wheat and a big field of canola. So yeah, that is switched ready for the next thing that needs to plant. And it was the wheat that we planted in here. 48. If we have a look at this, yeah, 48. So I'm going to head back down to this tractor here, because what I want to check now is if I come over to here, yeah, thankfully, this still counts previous as oilseed and not the failed crop of wheat that we've had in here. What I'd like to do is get this covered in lime as well, but I don't think that's going to be possible until this tractor finishes. So that is our best bet for today. I think we will get this tractor finished, and then we will get this field lined. I'm currently headed up to the shop in the 720 Vario, and I've left our other tractor doing the cultivating, and that is because taking a look at things, we actually need to lime more than just the single field. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go and get a lime spreader with this. We're going to go and hire one because it's something we only need to do occasionally, and we have done on this map before. We have spread lime on here before. I think just these two cereal fields that we did this year, for some reason we didn't need to or didn't have to. Both of them now need doing. Yeah, let's jump out, and I can show you what's going on. If we come out to here, you can see here fields 48 and 47, both of those need spreading with lime, so we're gonna get the lime on those. Now this could be an artifact of having converted the map over to Maize Plus not too long ago, so we may find that that's where this comes from. But the best lime spreader for me to get is not either of these two, which will cost me an arm and a leg to hire, but this one, which is the one that we used last time. This is the Banditant Virtuous 15,000, and yeah, it did us really, really well last time. So we're going to lease this. To keep this around is only £135 per day. So yeah, I think this is a great bit of kit to lease for us to do. Not only this, apparently this manure spreads as well, which is quite cool. Now that then gives this to us here, and I think we're going to have to borrow some money though in order to get the lime for it. We're going to pick that up on the way back. There's a lime purchase point down by the animal animal market, so we're going to take this down there and go and fill this up with lime from there, and yeah, hopefully that will then solve us for a while getting those two fields done. So here's the animal market on our left. There should be in here a lime purchase point. This is also where we would sell any bales that we have, but I think this is where we want to fill up with lime, if I'm right. Yeah, we can. Let's start that, see how much we can get. I'm guessing not much. Yeah, still 3,000 litres for £842. That is not bad. because lime goes very quickly. We'll borrow 5,000 then and refill the rest. Like so. Up it goes. Wow. That is a very, very far. I'm wondering if we have lime coming through the... do we have a cover on this? No, there's no cover on this, so that's good, considering how that lime is stacked. But that's 15,000 litres of lime. That has only cost us... That's only cost us just over £3,000 to get all this lime. I'm hoping all this lime is going to be enough for us to cover our field. But we will find out soon enough. And yeah, we'll get this back to the farm and get started. Here we are down at field 48. And we can get this going. It's about, our other fence is about halfway through that other field. But we'll start spreading this on here. Pretty widespread on this trailer as well. And look at that. That is a huge spread on this. But this will keep these fields done and dusted, quite well. We do have what appears to be a single wrapped bale on here, so that's fine. We can spray that, although that'll mean the bit underneath it won't get done. But we need to come pick that up at some point. I think that was that's a leftover clover bale, I think, from when we were doing that. That got in at the start of the straw bales. You see the speed with which this lime is going down. It is going to cost quite a bit actually to do that far field. Looking at this, I think it's going to take most of this trailer to get this field done. So we're looking at another trailer or two. Well, they're looking probably at least 2 trailers to get the other field done. So it's going to be quite a bit of work and quite a bit of money to get all that done. Fortunately, we should be in the money soon. We've only got a £60,000 loan at the moment. I think we're looking at probably getting up as far as maybe as much as 200,000 this year, if we play our cards right. That's interesting. We've got the same issue we had with the crop, where the corners here aren't liming. Maybe it's because they don't need it, but I've not seen it do that before. So that intrigues me. Or we do get it that it doesn't lime places that that are in certain growth stages. So, for example, that field there, all that withered crop, I don't think we can lime around that. We would have to just keep. We have to cultivate it first so that we can then lime it, which is a little bit annoying, but yeah, that's what happens with lime. And yes, I am going a little bit more than I should have, just to try and catch that end patch. Now I can turn GPS on here, and it might be a little bit more efficient for me to do so. But at the moment I am just eyeballing this. Because I can. It works. It is still a little bit all over the place. Let's set ourselves up properly with this. I don't know if this piece of kit works with... yes it does. That's good news. The GPS works. Let's see if it... Yep, it really does. That is a working GPS. Last little row, and this will finish this off. I think what I need to go and do is get this refilled with lime, And then once that's finished, once that cultivator's finished, I will be able to go and get that done and finish that field off. We're down to 15%, so yeah, most of the trailer was used in this. So I think what we need to do is make sure we have another trailer. We are going to need more than one trailer to get this job done for the remainder of it. But that is fine. We're gonna be throwing our loan up a little bit further. We know we can pay for everything we borrowed this year with our first harvests, so we're good from that point of view. And yeah, things are getting a little bit later in the day. It's now 23 in the afternoon. So we've done a good day's work trying to clean up after this mess. And I do kind of wonder if we dodged a bullet with the lime, whether that field needed lime and I missed it. So yeah, we'll see. But I think I'm going to leave this here because all we've got to do is more liming once that cultivator's finished. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.